That's right. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Monkey.
And Jacob Wild, too.
And welcome to the return of our DuckTales recap. This time, we're talking Season 3, Episode 8, The Phantom and the Sorceress. Woohoo! Woohoo indeed! We got Claude Coringa in the comments here. He's saying, Giancarlo Esposito! The return
it turns
of
out
Catherine
Jason
Tate.
Marsden is really Giancarlo Esposito. Have we ever seen them in the same place at the same time?
All right. So yeah, this was a really good episode, guys. I think this was a good episode to kind of get us back into the swing of things. It introduces us to, of course, a big fan favorite villain that we've all been anticipating, and I don't know, I like it a lot. What say you?
Pretty much the same, yeah.
It was definitely a good episode. I will agree.
Okay, pretty straightforward there. All right, it's been a while since we've done these recaps. So where do you want to start?
So back in the first season when I was spinning that whole yarn about how the season 1 finale would go, and I was basically doing an extended Infinity War spoof, I was joking. And then when you get the scene in this where they're restraining the antagonist with a gauntlet, who has a gauntlet.
Yep. Oh God. And,
from a traditional Mickey Mouse villain.
And at this point, I feel like the Phantom Blot has been properly built up, and it's really interesting that this season we thought that Fowl was going to be the main antagonist, but now we have the Phantom Blot to deal with as well.
He's part of Fowl.
Yeah, he's part of.
Oh,
Fowl.
Is he?
Yep.
Oh God, my bad, guys. I'm sorry. It's
been a while.
Or at least, I have trouble maintaining small details in this series. I'm really sorry.
Or at the very least, he's affiliated with them or working.
Well, I guess we didn't really expect them to be one and the same. Then I guess that's a surprise unto itself.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's talk Giancarlo Esposito because man, he is. I think it's fair to say Giancarlo Esposito. Dragon's gonna hate me for saying this, but he's kind of having the career that we all thought Bryan Cranston was gonna have. Sorry, Bryan Cranston.
I mean, he's had Breaking Bad, and he's also in The Mandalorian, now in DuckTales.
And also in The Boys Season 2 as another, big bad. So, Giancarlo Esposito, I mean, he's being kind of typecast as, the shady villain, but he plays it well. Yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, well, I mean, he's also in The Jungle Book, and he wasn't really a villain there.
No, that's true.
He was... Yeah, smart. I think he's in that movie Stargirl on Disney+.
Oh God, is he? Oh dear. That movie looks like literally that movie might as well just be Manic Pixie Dream Girl the movie.
Yeah, it says he plays the boy's mentor.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, he doesn't always play the evil villain, but I feel like his most memorable roles are pretty much that. And I feel like this role in particular, it's a really good. It's a really good kind of subversion of his usual kind of icy cold villain where he's, he gets a chance to kind of flex his comedy for a change. And we've known from Breaking Bad, I mean, he can do comedy. I mean, granted, the comedy in Breaking Bad with Gus Fring is, a lot darker, obviously, than Phantom Blot, which is obviously a lot more cartoonish. But, Breaking Bad, I feel like Gus Fring did kind of have a level of social satire to him that Giancarlo kind of hit on. And this is kind of it's good to see another side of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, I saw a behind
backstory for this plot.
Yeah, the backstory is really interesting. How Magic is kind of responsible for his creation. I mean, big surprise there.
What's that great one? I grew tired of the gifts they gave me to not destroy their village, so I destroyed their village.
It's like someone you love to hate.
Yeah.
I mean, Magic. But it also kind of gives the Blot reasonable motivation for doing what he does.
Yeah.
For some,
Yeah,
and for,
continuing the Thanos villain, but you get where they're coming from.
but also, but for some reason, he also decided to attack Gladstone, which for some reason.
All right, let's talk
Gladstone.
Gladstone.
Yeah, he apparently has a type of magic. That's what his luck is.
So I feel like Gladstone, like I've definitely not come around on him in the same way I've come around to Gyro, because Gyro is genuinely one of the more entertaining on the characters, entertaining characters on the show right now, and I used to genuinely like just kind of hate him. So I've gone from really hating hating this guy to just kind of tolerating him. I'm fine with him. I don't know, Gladstone, I feel like his comedy, my main problem is the comedy. I feel like just doesn't, for the most part, I feel like when the shtick is just like, oh, look how lucky he is. Look how many times we can write him into situations where he's either lucky or he's lamenting about being unlucky. I feel like that gets tiring really fast. Like I got to admit, when he first shows up in the episode, I'm like, oh, here we go with the standard tired Gladstone act. Blah, 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 blah. He's complaining that everything's not going perfectly right with him. But then I got to admit, the episode did have, a few decent moments with him. Of course, the big moment with him reaching for the gauntlet was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know. Yeah, he doesn't really do a lot after the first act, but I enjoyed the stuff with him that they do with him in the first act. It was, like enjoying the ways that he's used to not being not
see,
normal.
that got a little tiresome.
I didn't get an accidental sack of rubies, or no gust of wind whimsically carried me.
That got a little tiresome for me, I got to admit.
Okay.
I don't know. Just subjectivity.
Subjectivity.
I knew that Amy. I knew that that she sounded familiar. The egg woman sounded familiar. I knew it. Amy Sedaris. I couldn't quite place the voice, but I knew it sounded familiar. So thank you, Claude.
We hadn't seen that character before, had we?
I don't think so. No.
Huh.
All right. I mean, generally speaking, I feel like if I have one. Well, first of all, I do feel like it's kind of like just. We've gotten all these kind of these bonding episodes with the three friends, which is solid. It's good, but I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like it's the most compelling thing in the world. And I will admit that I kind of felt the absence of all the other characters when dealing with. I'm sorry, Lena and Violet especially, but they're kind of side characters. I mean, Lena's compelling. I don't really feel like Violet is kind of gelling with me right now. I don't really feel like I'm excited to see her ever.
I mean, I liked her more when she was like kind of like a foil to Huey in like the Senior Junior Woodchucks episode.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like this episode she was just kind of there. Like there wasn't, to tell you the truth, there wasn't really a reason for her to be there except like, hey, we got to remember that Violet's still around and she's part of the big, the core friend group with Lena and Webby. But I feel like this would have been stronger as a standalone Lena and Webby episode, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see that. I mean, even she kind of wanted to go Tool.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think any of those magic goats were chewing dynamite?
I hope so.
I'll pretend I understood what you guys were talking about.
Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh, right.
Sorry, all right.
I don't have the
freaking Jesse's Critter Carousel has a goat chewing dynamite.
Oh, does it really?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I appreciate that.
Same.
Okay.
All right. Guys, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm kind of rusty with the recapping here because it's been a while since we've done this.
Okay, so something I'd thought of that thought that occurred to me. So Phantom Blot disguises himself as Funzo normally.
Mm-hmm.
And he's mortal enemy is Magica. There was that period where Magica worked at Funzo's.
Yes.
Just saying, there's that. Hey, that was the thing.
I think it was like supposed to be explained deleted scene that he was placed there to keep tabs on her.
Boop.
See?
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
Claude can
okay.
confirm.
I mean, Frank Angones confirmed it on like his Twitter and his Tumblr.
All right.
It was a deleted scene.
I will agree with this point. I don't know. I still feel like Scrooge he's being underutilized once again. I feel like the episode this season kind of comes in waves with Scrooge.
I mean, he was in the beginning.
Yeah, but I feel like he's kind of fallen off.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we're at the start of being back on track. Let's see where it goes, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, like I said before, they have David Tennant as Scrooge, but they're not using him that much.
Yeah, not as much as I would like them to be using him. And I still maintain the fact that I love the tension between Scrooge and Donald in that pilot episode, and I wish we would have gotten more of that as well. Oh, but speaking of Donald, I did that's one Gladstone gag that I really did enjoy quite a lot, which was Gladstone just freaking out.
Yeah, unlucky Gladstone turning into Donald Duck.
Oh God, anything but that, anything but that.
I was like, okay, that's like, oh, you slide dog.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed him catching Magica. Hey, looks like there's magic in the air.
Put me down. Or as the Joker would say, poor choice of words.
What was it? That place where Magica lives, isn't that like out of Justice League or something? Like a giant head-shaped layer in the middle of a swamp?
I'm not the right person to be asking this.
I think it's more like Super Friends, out of like the Super Friends.
Right, Super Friends or something.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be the Super Friends cartoon because I've seen parodies of that, and I think it's where it's from.
Gotcha.
I mean, considering that pretty much all the creators here are big comic book fans and superhero fans, that wouldn't really surprise me that much.
So, did Magica have a frame? Did she frame a slice of pizza with an angry face on it? I think that's in the background at one point.
Yeah, she did have a whole bunch of pizza boxes in her house.
Yeah, I've seen like another Angonis guy. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. Like tweets saying something like, "Yeah, here on the show, our shorthand for a character being super depressed and such is like a ton of pizza boxes laying around."
Oh yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, but they had Scrooge in like having that in like the first season.
Yeah.
After the sun chaser.
Yeah.
Episode.
Was it? So maybe it's just me not remembering things, but I feel like maybe the connection, if you destroy the amulet, you destroy Lena, maybe could have been set up a bit better.
Oh God, Monkey, I am feeling you on the whole not remembering things, man. I feel like an old man when it comes to just kind of trying to maintain details from this show, because this show does legitimately do a good job of serializing itself. But the problem is, like, stuff will come up that happened like 2 seasons ago. I legitimately don't know. I do feel like they could have done a better job with that.
It seems she seems fine without it now, though.
Well, that's because of the whole friendship is magic thing, which let's talk about that. Do you think the friendship is magic thing was probably maybe a little bit of an indirect call to My Little Pony?
Well, I mean,
at least back when that title was created, yeah.
Right.
I mean, they had an episode directly called "Friendship Hates Magic." They had a golfing episode where there were 2 Kelpies who had 2 lead actresses from that show. So so who knows? It's entirely possible.
Mm-hmm.
Something I'm noticing in this image is, does that axe have a kitty head on it?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Oh God. Have you guys seen the descriptions for the upcoming DuckTales episodes? No, I'm guessing Rob wants to avoid spoilers, right?
Yeah. All I know is there's a Halloween episode somewhere.
Yeah, so nah, Claude, we're gonna avoid that. We're just gonna kind of take it episode by episode.
Are names fine?
Names are Monkey names?
Well, like guest stars?
No, names, like actual titles of the episode.
Oh yeah, I've seen the names.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've seen the names. I just haven't looked into the descriptions.
Yeah, that's what I was just...
Yeah. And we'll go through the names at the end of the podcast just to kind of do some baseless speculation. But Claude, like Monkey's pretty spoiler sensitive, so if you could just avoid giving the descriptions, we'd appreciate it.
Well, an interesting twist. Magica finally has her magic back.
Yeah.
So I love a good villain redeem storyline. It's why Norrington is one of my favorite parts of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And honestly, this is an interesting twist on that because it's like you think it's going the villain redeemed route, but then she kind of gets a little, she kind of goes for the evil route of like, no, she's totally going to backstab Lena in spite of, her basically being like a Rocky trainer, and giving her an awesome training montage and everything like that, and then working out their differences. But then it also subverts it once again with, her just kind of being a little powerless against Lena. It kind of brings her back to kind of a neutral power level. Like she's not really pathetic like we left her off at, but she's not really a big threat either.
For a moment, though, during the training montage, I legitimately thought that she was gonna actually succeed in corrupting Lena, though.
You see, I didn't I just kind of got the
or at least temporarily.
I guess I didn't really. I was kind of suckered into just the whole like. I mean, yeah, she wants the amulet, and it's kind of like a Lord of the Rings Gollum situation. But I don't know. I thought that a genuine kind of like bond was forming a little bit.
That would
On
be
the other
kind
hand,
of...
it's still like Lena. It's still another chapter of Lena, getting away from, getting out of this abusive relationship. Which
that's what I'm saying. I
I
feel like I maybe bond is the wrong word, but certainly a little bit of a recovery in the dynamic. A little bit of getting her own self back.
Yeah, we get that line towards the end. I'm not under your shadow anymore.
Which is pretty cool. And I know I know there'll be more of the Phantom Blood. I mean, they wouldn't just have him for this one episode. I mean,
there's obviously going to be more Phantom Blood. I feel like
I wonder
Phantom
if
Blood
they're ever going to take his hood off.
Maybe they take his hood off and it's Pete. I would die. I would just die.
It was me the whole time.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, I would love that so much.
my Pete's the name.
You do that really well, Jacob.
Yeah. Thank
you. Look, let me make it. Look, I gotta say, I cannot wait if they ever make it for Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh God.
God, monkey. God. This is what I have to deal with when I'm in the parks with him, Jacob. Actually, you know this because you were in the parks with him also.
Yeah. You have to deal with him more, though.
Oh, God. All right. Let's see. So, Claude is saying that Murloc could be a useful character when it comes to doing a Morgana McWeber redemption arc. If they both reappear.
What if they did if they did bring back Murloc, they could do like a Phantom Blood versus Murloc kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's a lot of potential with the magic villains because I feel like the magic villains kind of defined DuckTales in a lot of ways, even without Phantom Blot in there in the original show.
But was he even like? Is he even like a? Has the Phantom Blot ever really been an anti-magic villain?
I don't know. I don't know per se.
I mean, because the only ones I remember are like the House of Mouse one, and that was more like framing Mickey, and that was more like
right. That's what I'm more familiar with is his roles in the Mickey shorts, and that didn't really go into his motivations all that much.
Yeah, that was just
idea. Halloween overlay for Runaway Railway that involves the Phantom Blot.
Yeah, totally. And Runaway Railway is a type of attraction where an overlay would be really easy to pull off.
Yep. And like I said, I think in the original DuckTales, he was just like more of like a standard Doomsday villain rather than like anything magic based.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So for all I know, maybe there could be like an actual other kind of Phantom Blot out there for all we know.
Kind of like how in the MCU there's two versions of the of the Mandarin.
Kind of.
I'm just saying, if we go the Pete equals Phantom Blot route.
Wait, there's another one out there?
Or maybe some sort of... Or it could be a Dread Pirate Roberts type thing. Like, I'm
Mhm.
not the original Phantom Blot. The original
I can see
Phantom
that.
Blot
I
was...
can see that.
Yeah, a legacy blood, yeah.
Yeah.
So then who would he pass it on to?
Gladstone.
Percival P. Peppington.
Oh God, that's a deep cut.
I'm just picturing, like, say, I don't know, Doofus confronts Phantom Blot, and Phantom Blot just, like, easily bests him.
The Shadow Blot from Epic Mickey. I don't remember the Shadow Blot. I just remember the Phantom Blot. What was the Shadow Blot?
I think I'm guessing Shadow Blot was that game's version of the Blot.
Well,
I just thought that game's version of the Blot was the Blot.
well, it's like a different take on it, where it's like, well, it kind of requires a bit of backstory. Long story short, like Yen Sid creates like a world full of forgotten characters. Mickey accidentally spills some like magic ink on it, and it creates a monstrous Blot character that kind of like likes to eat everything, basically.
So that version of the
so
Blot,
it's kind of like the Venom version of Phantom Blot.
Kind of, yeah. That
that version of the Blot comes from magic.
Gotcha.
How ironic.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I would love if they did like an Epic Mickey storyline just in general with like forgotten Disney characters and just the crazy It's a Small World steampunk aesthetic.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of what the game is. But we kind of it would be interesting to see it in a different medium.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think we pretty much hit on everything, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
so I made my Paul Blot jokes. So.
And I realized I could do a Pete impression.
It's so good, Jacob. It's unnaturally good.
Thank you. I kind of want to get into voice acting as a career. Maybe that's one of my potential career aspects. So maybe.
Do you know Uncle Orville from the Carousel of Progress?
I mean, I've been on Carousel of Progress, but no, I don't know.
You should look that up, because if you could do a good Uncle Orville, I might have a voice acting gig for you.
Okay, I'm calling it. The Phantom Blot is really Uncle Orville.
Now that'd be a deep cut.
Yeah, it would be. It really would be.
No privacy at all around this place.
No, Claude, thank you. Oh God, thanks for bringing it up. Yeah, thoughts on Lena's new outfit? I dig Lena's new look. I really do. I think it's a great kind of evolution of her character, and I like that the show isn't afraid to evolve characters like that.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of does look like kind of like the antithesis of, like, it emphasizes her magic color now.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Remember, because like as Magic has said, like, mine is a superior purple, and like but Lena's is blue, and now her outfit represents that, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Hopefully it stays. It isn't just like that one-time thing, or maybe it just like comes.
I'd be a little upset if it was a one-time thing. I mean, at the very least, I think she should be able to like kind of Super Saiyan into it.
Yeah, it's like, well, I was gonna say, or at least like it shows up when she's doing her magic.
Right. I wouldn't be too upset if that was the case, but I'd like if they were bold enough to just completely change her character design.
Speaking of character designs, I really want to see what happened for all the characters that went to Gotum and how they got their outfits.
Right.
Like,
maybe.
I mean, that would have been a really interesting adventure to see, or at least like they could have done like half that, half this. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, they've done like half stories before, so they could have like done half and half, or at least. I don't know.
Maybe next episode we will get the other side of the adventure. I doubt it, but that would be fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of next episodes,
I have the list pulled up.
Go ahead.
Ooh, a list. How fancy.
An internet-friendly numbered list.
High production values. All right, the next episode is they put a moon lander on Earth.
Ooh. Okay.
The Halloween episode, The Trickening.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
The Forbidden Fountains of the Foreverglades.
Sounds like an old school one.
Or I don't know if it's Everglades. I've seen it as both Everglades and Foreverglades, so it's either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
An hour-long episode called Let's Get Dangerous.
Right.
Oh man. Ooh. Okay.
And Escape from the Impossibin.
Filmed in black and white. It contains naked ladies on Soren for some reason. Okay, seriously, I would fucking love it if that episode is an Escape from Tomorrow spoof.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that movie deserves to be mocked.
Right. I still.
You're not his uncle.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The only thing I appreciate about Escape from Tomorrow is the fact that I have actually shot a guerrilla film in a theme park, and theirs is a hell of a lot better than mine in comparison. So, like, they actually got lighting and shots and composition, and I respect the guerrilla filmmaking of it all. I don't respect literally anything else about it, but I respect the guerrilla filmmaking.
Yeah, it's like they're pretty much counting on that pretty much being the only reason for the movie's success, it seems.
Yep.
Well, I mean, absolutely, by all means, the actual film is trash. Don't get me wrong, but
like I saw this one reviewer who's like I saw Escape to Tomorrow. And I said I wish I could escape to yesterday because I saw the film yesterday.
If only I could find a copy of Cloverdale. That's
only.
That's the fucking feature-length found footage movie I shot at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom when I was 17. Oh,
Maybe
man.
a guerrilla film at Discovery Kingdom about trying to find Cloverdale.
Oh, Monkey, trust me. We have talked about sequels to Cloverdale. Trust me, the conversation has come up. Believe me. Oh man, now I'm just on like a high school nostalgic high of like, God damn it, why can't I get Cloverdale? I need to like rummage through my DVD collection again, just see if it ended up in a loose case. Anyways, all right.
Maybe this show could do Clover Duck.
Maybe. Oh God. You want to know some out of context fun Cloverdale lines that we will code to each other? Okay, there's one moment where we just cut to one of the people in it, and he's just holding up a bag of candy, and he's just like, "I've got these," and it just cuts away. It's just a really quick cut, just like, "I've got these."
Was he at least saying it on the M&M stairs?
No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Cloverdale, we did not think to use the M&M stairs. There's no set piece on the M&M stairs. If we went back to record another Cloverdale movie, it would be like the M&M stairs would be like a big focal point.
Yeah.
M&M stairs for Cloverdale remake.
Right. Are you guys planning on talking about Big Hero 6, the series, season 3? Yes, we are, Claude, but I am going to probably wait until all the episodes are out on that, and then probably talk about them all in one big chunk.
Or at least the first when the first inevitable hiatus comes up.
Wait, what's the new format?
I have no idea.
What's the new format, Claude? I'm curious. Are they doing? Is it 11-minute episodes? Because have they always been 22 minutes?
Yeah, they've always been 22 minutes, but I don't know what he means by new format either.
I'm guessing new format might mean 11-minute episodes, which if so, I would be honestly kind of down with.
Well, I know for sure you're doing a scene-by-scene breakdown of Tokyo Disney's new Happy Ride with Baymax.
Yeah, 11-minute episodes. Cool. Claude, I actually think Big Hero 6 kind of lends itself to 11-minute episodes, so I'm actually kind of excited to see that. That's Nice to hear.
I'm looking at the episode now on Disney Now, and it's a single episode.
Well, yeah, but I'm guessing it's like a 22-minute episode broken up into 2 parts.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Claude,
I don't care.
we'll
I'm just looking up the Happy Ride with Baymax.
We'll definitely get to Big Hero 6, like Jacob said, when it goes on a hiatus or something. We just want to get a chunk of episodes out and then kind of do one podcast. Monkey, when we were talking about the Beauty and the Beast podcast yesterday, and I realized that you saw the Beast shadow. Did you see that moment?
What in the mid queue?
Yeah, in the mid queue.
I didn't see a lot of your recap portion of it.
Okay. You should go back and watch it because literally when I'm going through the video on the podcast, that's the first time I noticed the shadow in that room. And I swear to God, I make a noise that's exactly like the noise I made when I saw Maleficent's shadow.
Oh, nice.
So you should go back and check out that moment.
And to tie it kind of back to the subject of this video,
shadows.
I am looking at the Baymax vehicles and imagining the Phantom Block driving it instead of Baymax.
Oh God! All right.
Wouldn't that be wonderful? You're some Mater's junkyard type ride with the Phantom Block driving you around and saying shit about like how horrible magic is, and he'll stop it.
All right, guys, we got to get going here. Final thoughts?
It was a good episode. A decent return to form for the. Definitely a welcome return after so long a wait.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the series has I wouldn't call it like a top tier episode, but it's still definitely a good one nonetheless. Can't wait for the next few episodes, especially the Halloween and the Darkwing Duck one. So here's to hoping.
Yeah, I would give this episode a solid B. And that's not a bad thing by any means. I think that
the B stands for blot.
All right. I think that it's a pretty good dynamic for Lena and Magica, and we got the Lena redesign potentially towards the end. So good stuff there. Good stuff. And they actually used Gladstone in a way that didn't make me want to pull my hair out for a change. So that's an improvement. All right.
You're pulling out your hair's $20, flies out, and he catches it.
Oh God. All right. So thanks to Claude Karinga for joining us. And Claude, man, we're gonna have to I will hit you up on Twitter because I think you could actually be a valuable addition to this podcast, because Claude actually asked if he could come on, and I said let's do the Owl House, but actually Claude, let's have you on for DuckTales. Why not? I'll hit you up this week. We'll make something happen. All right. So yeah, with that in mind, folks, stay tuned for more, and woohoo.
Walnut blood and jelly.